Good morning, welcome to BTT World Legal News. I'm Coach Tungatuti, and welcome to our weekly news roundup. Today I'll be covering major international developments, including the recent hostage exchange between Hamas and Israel, political shifts in the US, and Europe's unified support for Ukraine amidst ongoing tensions.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Shani Singhal, and I'll be bringing you key global stories, including escalating tensions in the South China Sea and other notable international and national legal news.
Earlier today, Hamas released 3 Israeli hostages, Alexander Trufanov, Er Horn, and Sagui Dekt Chen, after 498 days in captivity. This release is part of a ceasefire agreement with Israel reciprocating by freeing 369 Palestinian prisoners. The exchange, facilitated by mediators, aims to hold the fragile truce established in January. However, concerns persist over the condition of the remaining 73 hostages still held in Gaza.
Defense experts have raised concerns over increasing aggression from China's military in the South China Sea. A recent incident involved a Chinese fighter jet firing flares dangerously close to an Australian aircraft. Deputy Prime Minister Richard Marles defended the 2-day delay in releasing incident details, stating it was necessary to assess the danger and lodge formal objections with Beijing. Chinese officials accused the Australian aircraft of violating Chinese sovereignty, defending their actions as lawful, while Australian authorities condemned the incident as unsafe. Analysts warn that such aggression could lead to deliberate casualties among Australian personnel.
In the United States, President Donald Trump has ordered federal agencies to lay off probationary employees lacking civil service protections, leading to widespread confusion and legal challenges. Advocacy groups argue that these firings may be illegal. Additionally, the administration has proposed dismissing corruption charges against New York City Mayor Eric Adams and is pushing for increased domestic oil and gas production. These actions have sparked controversy and debates about their legality and impact on federal operations.
Russia has formally requested the United States to disclose the identities of exiled Russian opposition figures funded by the US Agency for International Development. This follows President Trump's decision to freeze international assistance and suspend USAID operations, significantly impacting funding for Russian opposition media and human rights groups. Vyacheslav Volodin, chairman of Russia's Duma, has urged the US to provide the names to hand over to the FSB, Russia's security service. Elon Musk labeled USAID a criminal organization, accusing it of funneling money to far-left organizations without evidence. Up to 90 opposition-linked organizations have already lost their funding.
At the Munich Security Conference, European leaders have reaffirmed their unwavering support for Ukraine in the face of Russian aggression. Ukrainian President Zelensky called for the creation of a unified European army, emphasizing the need for Europe to be self-reliant in its defense. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz criticized recent US policy shifts and stressed Europe's commitment to Ukraine's sovereignty. In response to potential changes in US support under President Trump, European nations, led by Britain and France, are clandestinely planning to deploy troops to Ukraine to ensure security following a potential peace agreement with Russia. This move underscores Europe's determination to maintain regional stability and deter further Russian aggression.
In a significant development, the Australian Labor Party and the Coalition have reached an agreement to introduce new caps on political donations and campaign spending. The move aims to enhance transparency and reduce the influence of money in politics. However, the decision has sidelined crossbenchers, leading to discussions about the inclusivity of the reform process.
French President Emmanuel Macron has called for an end to arms exports used in Gaza and Lebanon, aiming to de-escalate the ongoing conflicts involving Israel, Hamas, and Hezbollah. Macron emphasized that halting these arms deliveries is essential to achieving a political solution and preventing further escalation, particularly in Lebanon. While France is not a major arms supplier to Israel, this position aligns with international humanitarian law obligations, which prohibit transferring arms to parties suspected of committing war crimes. However, Critics argue that France's response lacks transparency and concrete measures to pressure Israel effectively. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has condemned Macron's stance, labeling it as a disgrace and asserting that such actions undermine Israel's right to self-defense.
In legal news, 2 Sydney nurses have been suspended and banned from practicing nationwide after being caught on video making anti-Israel threats. The incident has sparked widespread condemnation, with Health Minister Ryan Park emphasising that behaviour has no place in Australia's healthcare system. An inquiry into anti-Semitism has been initiated by the New South Wales government to address and prevent occurrences in the future.
Pope Francis, aged 87, has been hospitalized in Rome due to bronchitis. The Vatican confirmed that he had been experiencing symptoms for several days, leading to the postponement of the upcoming Jubilee events. This is not the first time Pope Francis has faced health issues. He was previously hospitalized for bronchitis in March 2023 and underwent intestinal surgery later that year. The Vatican has assured the public that his condition is stable and improving.
That's all for this week's top stories. Thank you for watching BTT World Legal News.
For more updates, visit our website or follow us on social media.